So, 1 week here in Cebu, Philippines, and let me tell you, there are a lot of differences. Now, originally, I am from Los Angeles, California, and I super appreciate it if you were able to, like, subscribe. What else do they say? The bell, hit the bell notification. Now, keep in mind, I still haven't done any of the typical touristy stuff. Everyone talks about the lakes, lagoons, the waterfalls. I haven't gotten to that yet. Like I said, just 1 week here so far. I wanted to first dive into the city. I really love the bustling city life, but I also love just the quiet, province type of life. But when it comes to the city, especially when you compare it to a place like Los Angeles, there are a lot of similarities, sure, but I would say there are way more differences than similarities. Now, of course, both have night markets, both have farmers markets and stuff like that, but in the US, I would say that they are more Cebu's version of it and put a hazmat suit on it, right? Over sanitized it and made it very commercialized, right? It almost doesn't seem natural when you compare the two, right? Obviously, if you're comparing Los Angeles night market or farmers market to, Target or Whole Foods, it's going to feel very bare bones and real. But then when you do this comparison, it's almost the same kind of difference. But yeah, I'm still soaking in the local vibes of Cebu, right? Trying to see what the hype is all about. Everyone's talking about it. The markets here, they're vibrant at all times, by the way, until from the moment they open to the moment they close, it's just on, right? There's not a boring second. At least from what I've seen so far, everything, there's always something moving, whether it's nighttime, daytime, midday, whether people are taking their lunch. It's just something is always going on. It's this chaotic mix of sound and colors and noise. It's truly a sensory overload. Like I said, I love this style and the variety of things, goods, foods. It's a lot to take in. And I think if you're looking to do some sort of tourism here, you want to check out the place, you want to experience it to its fullest potential, I would say a week is not enough. I would say maybe a month, right? Granted, I haven't been here a month yet, so maybe it's going to be 2 months, 3 months. Probably not. But if I had to take a best guess, a month. You need a month to really understand what's going on, to kind of have it feel natural, or as natural as it can be. Now, in Cebu City, you do have to keep one thing always in the front of your mind. And I would say safety is definitely always, should be always a primary concern, especially here. The reason is it's a fast paced city. It's very fast. You have to stay razor sharp to avoid any unwanted situations. There's always a motorbike zooming past, always some car pulling up, everyone's honking, everyone's shouting, especially if you're vlogging or recording, everyone's yelling, hey, waving, almost stopping in the street. You have all of these motorbikes zipping past people, narrowly avoiding accidents, but it all seems on purpose. It doesn't seem like they're avoiding accidents. It seems like they're just used to it. They're not even close calls for them. It's just how they commute. And it also seems like everyone is in accordance with this. Everyone agrees that I'm going to let you zoom past me literally 2-3 centimeters away from making contact with me because that's just how things are. Whereas if you, God, if you did that in the US, yikes. At times it truly feels like an intricate dance, right? That you just have to participate in. You have to. And, personally, I love it. I find it almost second nature to me. I'm always on. I'm always thinking about 30 things at once. Oh, there's a car there. There's this. But I do see from time to time, even in my short stay here, other fellow foreigners. But they're kind of like this deer. They look like a deer in headlights, right? They don't know if they should cross. Can they cross? There's a car coming, but they're thinking about one thing at a time where they should be actually thinking about 10, 20, 30 things at a time, right? I suppose that's a fair warning for anyone that obviously, please come. It's a beautiful city, but make sure you're on your game mentally so that you don't annoy anyone because they'll stop. right? The car will stop, the motorbike will stop, people will stop, but you don't want to be a sore thumb. Now, if we are to talk about the more grimy side of Cebu City, the grimy details of things that I've never seen or rarely see in the U.S. versus here in Cebu, what I do see often, there are these places called sari sari stores, and they're right in the heart of residential areas. Now the thing is, they're not as clean and organized, and as I mentioned earlier, they don't have this kind of hazmat suit of legal and health department esque. Here they're more wild. They're more naked, more wild, free, right? Which there are pros and cons to both, of course. Depends on what kind of style you're more into. Now the thing is, they have this unique charm, especially when you talk to the people within the shop, whether they're the customers or the store owners themselves. It just feels way more welcoming, natural. Now, granted, maybe it's because I'm a foreigner, and so everyone wants to either sell me something or talk to me because they don't see foreigners often. Blah blah blah. Right? There are reasons, I'm sure. I don't see that happening in the U.S. as much. I just don't see it happening. Maybe it's happened once or twice where I've had a really good conversation with someone, but yeah, once or twice in all of my years in LA. Versus here, I'm here a week. I've had countless. I've been to so many of these little pop or mom and pop shops. Sorry, stores. Happy people there are here, which we'll talk about in another video. I don't want to make this video too long, of course, so I'm gonna end it here. I do have a few other talking points. I always make these little talking points on my computer here. But if you have any questions about my first week here, please comment. I'm going to reply to each and every single one of them. Subscribe, comment this time. Click the bell, right? Tell your mom. But no, that's about it. See you next time.